I want to, before we learn together, hear some music from Eli together, before we begin, I should say before, this is the beginning, I want to say two things. Aryeh is back. First of all, I want to wish a mazel tov. Aryeh Cohen's brother Avrami Cohen, who learned here for years, who's a Talmud Mufak of Rabbi Russ, had a baby, what's the child's name? Menachem, wow, named after, wow. Had a son, and the bris was this morning. The bris was this morning. Avrami Cohen is somebody who learned here for years. His kesher to Rabbi Russ is very, very strong. And he had a child today, and I want to wish him mazel tov. Aryeh is the uncle, is the fetter, and I want to wish a mazel tov to Aryeh and a mazel tov to the whole mishpacha. Their family is very, very close to the yeshiva. Aryeh's uncle learned here for years in the yeshiva. His uncle learned here. His brother learned here. His brother-in-law, Aryeh's sister married David Idel. The family is very, very connected here. And we're Zeicha in the last couple of years, what Aryeh brings to the yeshiva, the class, the dignity, tremendously. He's a humble person, Aryeh. Aryeh's talents, he's good at everything, but quiet. He's an excellent singer, musician, ball player, all things, but humble. The biggest thing about Aryeh Cohen is humility. And he's brought tremendous amounts. I want to wish him mazel tov. I want to say as well, his Zayda was nifter. His Zayda was nifter a couple of days ago. I was zeicha to know his grandfather. Like I said, there are a lot of connections to the yeshiva. And his grandfather passed away 2 days ago. The baby's name is Menachem, named after a Zayda. The bris was 2 days after the Zayda's Patira. I want to wish the entire mishpacha, Hashem Shmi Menachem, the Rebbeinu Shalom Shmi Menachem, his name is Menachem, and the Rebbeinu Shalom should send the comfort of Nechama to the whole family. I want to say to the Chevra, we're not babies here. We're not a childish place. It's a very, very mature yeshiva. I want to thank the Chevra, the amount of guys that have asked, how are you doing? My father's sick, and people are so present. We're not the type that ignore. A friend comes back. We don't ignore things. Now, it becomes ironic. With Aryeh, there's like a mazel tov and a nechama all in once. Hashem has different things He sends to us. We could be present to all the different things. We could be present. I sat the other day, my father's in a hospital bed, and my son was playing his first basketball game. It was very important. He's 9 years old, and it was important. I thought about it. It was important that he plays, and I was at his game, caring about his game. And we're capable of living in different places and different fronts. Reb Chaim Volozhin describes that tzaddikim have rooms inside of them. We're capable of having different places inside of us that are all very real to us. A person's very, very capable of having tsar, of having pain, and then having a different part of himself that's very, very happy. I went to be Menachem Avel. There was somebody in the yeshiva. There was somebody in yeshiva, a guy in yeshiva, his aunt suddenly passed away. His aunt passed away. Now, the grandfather lost his daughter. I shouldn't say suddenly, but his grandfather lost his daughter. He was sitting shiva for a daughter. The pain of losing a daughter is lo yu'man, and he was in tremendous pain. It was recognizable pain. He lost a daughter. And when I came in, he's described, and with a smile, how excited he is, how well his son's doing in his grandson's doing in yeshiva. It was so cool, the capacity to feel different things. Mitzad Echad, he's in a lot of pain. He lost his daughter. Mitzad Sheni, he was describing how excited he is. His grandson, steiging. We're capable of range. What's very important is we don't fake emotions. We don't fake. If you fake these things, I'll tell you, the coolest houses of mourning, there are jokes going on. You'll observe this in your life. You shouldn't see it only after 120. But people, it's the way of the world. People got olam haba. So if you'll see the houses of mourners in your life, somebody will pass away after many, many years. The most real houses of mourning, there's laughter, and I want to explain that. If people are feeling a forced chill, I have to be sad. Everybody's expecting me, so then you won't see any smiles because it's like against the rules. It's a certain intensity. It's not a real sadness, a forced sadness. The homes that are more natural, they're not playing sad, they're really sad. They can crack a good joke. They don't owe anybody to be anything. They don't owe. It's not like you owe people to look. You don't go to your friend's house in the morning. You owe him to like have it intense. It's not what you owe him to be present, to feel what you feel. I'm here because I care about you. That's it. When people are natural and comfortable, they cry, and then a good joke comes up, and they say a good joke, and then they cry. They're being real to something. So we're capable of feeling ranges of emotions. Very unsophisticated people only could feel one thing. Sophisticated people, Hashem made a world. There's different things happening all the time. And we're capable of absorbing. I was capable, Baruch Hashem, being at my son's game and appreciate it. It was a very important game to him. Amidst going through difficulty, I could be there and be present to my son's game. So the range by Aryeh, there's different emotions there, but this child, there's obviously a connection. The child is named for a Zayda, and the beauty of a family that has a tzaddikim b'misas and kruyim chayim, they have children and grandchildren, they have a legacy, and they continue to live and get schar from the actions of the children and the grandchildren. On this topic, I want to just express, I don't know if they'll be here after the off, that Simcha, Moyo, and Shloimi are all their father. The Edelstones, the yard site is this Tuesday. So, Belined, I do want to do something in Yeshiva. We'll see who can go to Baltimore. We're working out with the yard site who it's open to. But I want to express how important these three are to Yeshiva, to have Simcha in Yeshiva this year. Beautiful Ben Torah. I love watching the way the brothers, there's a lot to say about all of them, but I just want to describe how they've been so together, encouraging each other, working with each other. Moyo came back from Eretz Yisrael to be more with his family. That was the main cheshbon, to be back. He wanted to be more present to his mishpacha. He felt that was his job. Shlomo's not in Eretz Yisrael now. He wanted to be more with his family. I've watched Simcha's behavior, just a loyal brother, a loyal child. The closeness of the family is moving, is touching, and is a tremendous testament to the father. I know their father for a long time. Simcha, they lived in Seattle, and my first cousins lived in Seattle, and were very close to the Edelstone family. But the longest I ever sat with Simcha's father was together watching a Wolfpack game. Now, I am the worst guy to watch a game with, the worst, because I really care about the game. So if you really care about the game, I'm not a good schmoozer during a game. People sit next to and want to discuss all the. I'm watching the game. I'm very focused. I watch Akiva play. I could tell you, ask Aviad, I could tell you every play of the second half against Flatbush. I get at the halftime, it was 40-21. At the end of the third quarter, the score was 49-34. 49, 40, you could check it up, 49-34. Then 49, it's just true, 49-34. You can look it up. But I focus. I'm not good to watch, but I actually sat next to Simcha's father at a game, and he was like me. He was very into the game. It was actually a pleasure to sit next to him. It was an exciting, very tight game, and I actually sat next to your father, and we both appreciated. And he was so complimentary the whole game. Hudi's doing great, and it was like watching his son appreciating all the guys. And we just bonded over appreciating our children, caring about the things that are important to our children, and just a very, very special. He was there together with his wife, together with his children, and the closeness of the kids. To me, we do a lot of things for the memory of you're doing a lot of things for the memory of your father. The closeness of the kids is huge. I'm sitting with my siblings, and we're sitting surrounding my father. My two sisters came in from Eretz Yisrael. We're crying together, laughing together, partying together. Tehillim's huge for my father, huge. And I appreciate all the Tehillim. I think it's a tremendous chus for my father that his kids are enjoying each other. We're sitting there, the hospital got very mad at us. We're like laughing a lot and crying a lot, and we're making too much noise. But I don't stick my middle finger out, but I'm thinking that. But we're together. We're zusammen. We're together. We're together, and we're not really apologizing much for liking each other and being together and trying to... it's lucky you can't record like... what? But we're being together, and that alone is a tremendous chus. Brothers caring for each other, people, family members caring for each other is a tremendous, tremendous chus. I could tell you with Am Yisrael being in the position we're in, the biggest chus, to me, it's Pashut, is Am Yisrael being together. The Tata's happy when the family's together. Ma toivim, ma noim, shebes achim gam yachad. It's beautiful, the family together. Ma tovim, ma noim. So nice and so sweet, the mishpacha together. Tremendous kibbut avim. My father always was makbid the Hanukkah parties that we come, and family simchas that we come. My father is a very not controlling father. My father never once in my life pushed me to learn. Never once. I never once in my life was pushed to learn with my father. Not once. It's Daniel, come learn. Never forced. You want to learn? We'll learn. I learned with my father plenty. We finished Nedarim together. We learned Ezeu Neshech together. We learned plenty. I never once in my life, not once, was forced to learn by him. Never. He doesn't force. He lets you have your own opinion. Family simchas. He was tough that you have to go. Mishpacha. Family loyalties. Families to be together. Till today, I'm very careful. I try my hardest not to miss. Even a family simcha, we understand. Avart, my wife's, we're all going. We're going. I go to family simchas. My father taught me that responsibility to family. We're learning the Torah Akdash. We learned in Parshas Lech Lecha that Avram Avinu saw ki nish ba'achiv, his nephew was captured. It says his brother's kid. He closed his yeshiva and he went to fight a war for his brother. To care for family, to be present to mishpacha, to be present for family is huge. It's a huge zach. A mishpacha should be awake to each other. I like when guys in yeshiva, you have a younger brother, a younger sister, be present. One of the saddest things I could picture, a guy is like smoking, he's in his own reality. He comes back, I can cry when I think of it. A guy comes back home, he has a 6-year-old sister, looks like she's so excited, and he's oblivious to it. She's like excited, he's home. She's like, he's home. She's like excited, call her up, call your sister up. Pick up the phone daily. Take your phone and call your sister. How you doing? Crack a joke. Tell her what's going on by you. Speak to her. Talk to her. Be present to a family member. Be present. Matata wants the kids to bond and to like each other and to appreciate each other. Their words in Mesilas Yesharim. I saw a Bachram. Who did I just see learning Mesilas Yesharim, starting to learn Mesilas Yesharim? For years, I used to learn Mesilas Yesharim. We finished the 12 parakim together. It's not raining just now? Oh, I thought it was raining. For years, there's a drought in Connecticut. We need rain. Hashem should send rain to the Karev. For years, we used to learn Mesilas Yesharim in yeshiva together. And in Mesilas Yesharim, there are words there that's kedai to memorize. Ein HaKadosh Baruch Hu Oyev, Hashem only likes L'misha Oyev Es Yisrael, somebody who likes Yidden. And the more you increase your love of Yidden, the more Hashem increases his love of us. He loves people. Tata wants his kids to get along. It's a basic. The nachas parents have when kids get along is delightful. I sat here for a year watching my sons, Hudi and Menachem, learn together. It was like, it's bliss. It's bliss. Children getting along is bliss, is a joy, is geschmack. Children to notice each other, mishpacha, to be close. What? They're both learning Eretz Yisrael now together. Oh, Maishi learns with me. Well, he wasn't Eretz Yisrael, he wasn't here. Maishi wasn't here. Maishi now is learning with his tata. But Maishi was there. Maishi was Manny and who we were learning together. But I wanna say that watching Simcha and his brothers be close is a tremendous chus. It's an ilui for the Tata's precious neshama. It's something he definitely has tremendous nachas from. It's a lesson to us all. I like when guys see lessons of brotherhood, of friendships, of brothers, of family. Like, I love experience. It's just right. It's true, it's beautiful, it's the way it's supposed to be. Brothers caring. We've been Zayich in the yeshiva. There have been a lot of brothers and a lot of examples of tremendous friendship. I love that JD stayed this year. and is with his brother. Nachum always, Kedarka is spot on, that we have Shua and Akiva this year is delightful. Two brothers. Yeah, that deserves a tremendous cheer. Yeah. It's not a small theme in the yeshiva, brothers. The friendship of brothers, the closeness of brothers, not a small theme. So I wanted to say to Simcha and to the family, the holy Tata's neshama should have an aliyah, and the family should continue to bond in beautiful ways, be there for each other, and should be together for years of celebrating Simcha, celebrating each other's successes, and be there for each other for many, many long years, Simcha. I'm going to ask Eli, he does have to run, but quickly, I'm going to ask him to play us something nice. If you can play for a few minutes something nice. This is a holy guitar, and I want a holy guy playing on our holy guitar. Is it tuned right? Yehuda, it's tuned right? He'll tell us, is it tuned right? We want to hear you do anything in the world.
Yeah, I don't know many Jewish songs.
Don't do it's Jewish.
No,
you're playing.
This is a song that has always spoke to me. Tati, my king.
Good.
I'm not a big singer, so if you guys want to help me out with the singing.
Where's Shlomo? Can say where's Shlomo? Is Shlomo here? One sec. What's left? Let me ask Shlomo to sing the wall. One sec.
Go viral after this.
I'm already viral, bro. What's up?
It's not tuned.
It's close to tuned. I'm just not a fast one.
I don't really need to look at it. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. I was told to speak to you, Hashem. Maybe you can tell me who I am. I've been lost too long to know where I belong. In the end, my only hope is that you'd hold my hand. How am I supposed to see your path? With so many questions I have to ask. Now I'm standing here alone, I'm losing hope. And in the end, my tears are falling to you, Hashem. So Tati, my king, Father, I plead, don't ever let when I'm lost in my life. So pick me up, stand, don't let go of my hand, Tati, my King. Father, I plead, don't ever let go of me. Ever let go of me.
Do one more song?
You play anything you like. It doesn't have. It's Jewish because you're.
Another song, Call My Lady. It's a nice song. Yeah, right now?
Yeah.
I'll try it out. You guys know the song Last Night, Morgan Wallen? Anyone know it?
It was funny. Once one guy admitted he knew it. He knew it. Like then I was like, "Thank you, for breaking the ice, kid."
Baby, baby, summertime.
Thank you, Ellie. Thank you. What do you want Shlomo to play, Ellie?
Call My Lady. It's a great song.
You like that one?
Yeah, it's a great song.
Ellie wants, Ellie gets. Ellie asks for L'chal Marlibi from Shlomo.
Back to Seek inside and all you'll find is light that's shining bright from the one above. Seek inside and all you'll find is light that's shining bright from the one above. Seek inside and all you'll find is light that's shining bright from the one above. I crave you with all my heart. 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 Oh yes, Bonnet Hashem Avakesh. Es Bonnet Hashem Avakesh. Lecha amar libi. Lecha amar libi.
Mart has a song, and then we'll start a little muster. Thank you. Thank you, Ellie. Talented.
Morty, is this an original?
This is an original.
This is his. What do you mean? Let it out.
These dark and lonely days, these hopeless stormy nights, waiting for winds to change, for someone to turn on the lights. World's dim and tinged with gray, the once so vibrant sky now filled with clouds of rain, looking down with teary eyes. You stop for a minute, a moment in time, at peace with yourself. There's no reason or rhyme. The day just got brighter, maybe it's just your smile. This hasn't happened in too long a while. Hold on to this feeling before it starts living. Don't tell it how long till it comes back around. Maybe I'm dreaming, but a gift I'm receiving from God. Thanks for briefly parting the cloud. Thanks for briefly parting the clouds. That's all I got for now.
Rabbi, thank you. I gotta go.
I wanna tell the guys a story I want to share a story that some of us probably know. I don't know if everybody knows. I'm curious, Akiva, I'm curious, Avi, if you know the story. It's a story that's printed. It's a story in print. I hope I'm going to try to say it as loyal. It would help if I'd read it inside. I'm going to say it as loyally as I read it, to try to give it over exact. It's a story that's relevant this parsha. Now, there's all different things one can take from this story. I have a specific thing that I want to bring out. I ask no phones and no coats. Avi, I'll only say it if you take off your coat. This is a no-coat story. No coat, Joey, for this story. Else I won't say the story. Take off the coat. Off with the coat. Off with the coat. Off with the coat. Avi, I'd listen to this story. You'll tell me if you ever heard this story. Reb Moshe Feinstein, the great, it's very, very appropriate that Morty just played a song. Mordechai's family, his father, learned Bechavrusa for about over 20 years, I believe, correct? With Reb David Feinstein. With Reb Moshe's son, Reb David Feinstein. Mordechai's family is extremely close to Reb David Feinstein. Reb Moshe's great-grandson, Yosef Feinstein, learned in the yeshiva for years, and Reb David had a tremendous love of our yeshiva. Reb David helped the yeshiva. There was a time the yeshiva had a financial difficulty, and Reb David helped the yeshiva. Your father Yitzi Sultan's father, learned with Reb David for 15 years. So Unzir Yitzchak Sultan, the great catch, one of the great catches of the year, who was Zeicha, learns in yeshiva. Yitzchak Sultan's father, his Chashvatat as well, learned with Reb David Feinstein for 15 years. So I want to tell a quick story, and I want to bring out a point, Akiva. Reb Moshe Feinstein was the Rav a Rav of a city at the age of like 20 or 21. He was Rav of the city of Luban. Now he was put as Rav to avoid being drafted in the army. He was made Rav there, got him out of being pulled into the Tsar's army. And Reb Moshe went to visit. There was a Yid who was on his deathbed. And Reb Moshe went to visit him. And the Yid told Reb Moshe a remarkable story. The Yid's tongue had swelled up, terrible swelled up tongue, like an infection of the tongue. And the Yid told Reb Moshe the following story. This Yid made fun. Light had two daughters. Two daughters Light had. And they thought that the whole world was destroyed. After Sdaim was destroyed, they thought that the entire world was destroyed. They, unbeknownst to them that it was only Sdaim, these two young girls thought the world was destroyed. They did an act that would have been considered an Aveira. It's called an Aveira Lishma. They had a child with their father wanting to keep the world going. They thought the world was going to end, and they thought this was their chiyuv. And they each had a child. It was something done completely l'shem shamayim, for the sake of heaven. They did an act that normally would be an Aveira, and they did it l'shem shamayim in this week's parsha. And they each had a child. And they named the child Amain and Mayav. Now, why'd they name it Amain and Mayav? Mayav means my father, Mayav. This kid came from my father. Amain means my people. It was a marriage from within. My people, my father, and they named the kid Amain and Mayav. This person made a lot of fun of these two daughters of light. And he mocked them, saying that granted you did this Aveira, you thought the world was destroyed, but why'd you name your kid Mayav? What a stupid thing to announce. Keep it a secret. A kid walks in, they say, hey, what's your name? My name is from my father. It's a terrible name. In the history of naming, I don't know if there's a worse name than Mayav. A guy is because it's saying they did something wrong. So keep it a secret. Don't say from my father. Don't announce it. This guy was mocked the daughters of light. He literally mocked the daughters of light, and he said that they're so stupid that they did the action. Okay, Chazal teach us l'shem shemayim, But to name the kid Mayav, you got to be such a crazy, like, of all the names people have and introduce themselves, it's... I remember years ago, there was a guy who was a big guy. He used to say, he introduced, my name is Tiny. I would never call a guy that nickname in my life. If anybody you ever know is a negative nickname, don't ever call it to them. They'll say, no, I like it. Nobody likes negative, nobody. If a guy's heavy and he says, my name is Tiny, never call it to him, never once in your life. Don't say the words. Why is he saying to say his name? He means to say, instead of making fun of me behind my back, this is my name here, that's it. He's like, let's get past this. Instead, respect the person. We all have stuff. We all have stuff. We all have things. I have one paid in shidduchim for my kids. There's one type of family I don't take. A family who pretends we're perfect, I run from. I despise fake. If you're fake, you're perfect. You're just a liar. That's all you're telling me. We all have stuff. I like families that proudly have stuff. That's what I want for a good shidduch. We all got stuff. Beautiful, the best mishparim. Those are the most wholesome people, the brokenhearted. We all got stuff. Every single person. A guy says my name is Tiny. What he's saying is I have to be friends and then find out once behind my back. Here, I put it. Don't ever call it him. You don't call him that name. You don't call him a derogatory. Hug him and love him. And I have things. You have things. We all got stuff. Don't call him anything derogatory. Lemay said this guy made fun that Light's daughter's name Mayav is a Pella. And he laughed and mocked and made fun of them. He said he had a dream. He told Rabbi Moshe Feinstein that he had a dream. And two angelic nashim came to him, Light's daughters came to him in a dream, said they were shining, they were big people. And they said that we're going to tell you why we named our son, why we named him Mayav. Why did we do that? Why did we name him? Crazy. If you think about this kid, to name him, I have seen people name their kid. By the way, when you name your kid one day, you have to think the kid has to carry the name. Don't name him a weird name. A guy has to walk in. Hi, we've seen some funny names. Like, name your kid a beautiful name the kid's proud of. I happen to like Yiddish names. My wife and I had a whole discussion. I have a relative with a Yiddish name, and I wanted to name a child Yiddish name. My wife made me add a name that it shouldn't be. Everybody has their own.
Yeah, we're not curious.
Their own shitais. Baruch Hashem, we in the yeshiva only have beautiful names. When you name your kid, make sure it's a name. They'll be proud and happy to carry a beautiful name. Here, she named her son Maya from my dad. One of the most embarrassing stories in the history. She names his kid and he walks around. People look at the kid. Who are you? It's Vild. So this guy made fun. Light's daughters come to the guys in the dream, that story that's printed, and they say to the guy that because you mocked us and spoke bad about us, your tongue's going to swell. It's a simon, this is real, and you're going to be nifter. You're punished for making fun of Tutsit Kaniyos. But I want to tell you, you deserve to know the reason. And the reason we named him Mayav is there shouldn't be made a religion from him. We're the last ones in the world, and Christianity comes with crazy claims that a kid, who's the mother, we wanted to make it clear this came from a human being. Nobody should make a religion out of it. So we named him Mayav to make it clear that there was a father here and a mother. Nobody should make up what Christianity invented later. We named him with a tzedkah, so we named him Mayav. So that's why we did it. But for mocking us and making fun of Tutsit Kaniyos, you'll see, and the guy's tongue was swelling uncontrollably. And he told Reb Moshe this story before he was nifter. He told Reb Moshe this story.
He wasn't mocking.
He was making fun. But he was making fun. The Nashim Tzid Kaniyos. So I want to say, I like what Avi said. He was making fun. He was laughing and making fun. Now I want to say, Chevra, Avi said something. There are two things. Did I say the story right, Ari? Reb Ezi, did I say the story exact, or there was a little different?
Then he died.
Then it's true. He was nifter. Now,
Like he turned the oil, and that's why the tongue was blown.
that's why it blows up, and he was nifter. The Yid was nifter. Now I want to say two things. I want to say There are two things that I want to pull from the story. There's one I want to focus on because Avi brought up, I was going to say one, but that's something Avi said, and I want to speak about the beauty of the Yid. He shouldn't have made fun of Tutzit Kaniyos, but I want to say, what's Pshat? He was Zaycha to miracles. They came and said Pshat, and we have a Pshat, and why they named him Maya? Because of this Yid. Why was he Zaycha? Even if Hashem punishes who he likes, Tzaddikim get punished. Tzaddikim get punished and see Kiddush Shamayim. Punishments are Hashem's love. I promise you, last year I yelled at a bacher, and his friend was mad at me. Why didn't you yell at me? And the answer is I wasn't as close to the other friends. I didn't yell at him. I was much closer to this one. I called the bacher during lunch and yelled at him a shtickle. I like him a lot. It was the same as a hug and a kiss. I yelled out of anger and upset. Today I was mamish just loved the guy, and I felt he needed a good nazifa and gave him a good telling off. My tata told me a few weeks ago my father criticized me, and he came to me and my father cried. Don't see my father cry tons. But my father was crying, not emotional, he was crying. He said, "You know I love you." He said, "You know I'm your biggest fan," he said. I tell you off. He said, I didn't need the apology. I love my father would tells me, criticize me. I'm davening, my tata should get up, and I should be zeicha to hear criticism of my father, Bekarv. Mamish, Be'ez Hashem. I want to hear criticism. My father compliments, but a tata, he loves me, and he'll tell me something. I have somebody, I badly need my father, who could tell me, Daniel, you're speaking too long. He could tell me the truth. Tell me the truth. My father's a very honest person. So I want when Hashem punishes, Hashem loves. Esh asher yav Hashem yochiach. Who Hashem loves, He gives teichacha to. Hashem gives mussar to somebody He loves. People speak about Gehenim. You know Gehenim's only for tzaddikim. Gehenim's a beautiful place. Don't tell anybody. Somebody asks, why don't you speak about Gehenim? And Yid in Eretz Yisrael doesn't know anything. Till you know how much Hashem loves us, you can't talk about Gehenim. Gehenim's a loving tata. There's such a thing as working with somebody and perfecting. Hashem He loves us. Es asher yav Hashem yochiach. Hashem works with us and works with us. It's a sugya. The Kitzur Advarim is that what's pshat this Yid got such mussar from Hashem. And I want to say the answer is what Avi Beitler said. The answer is what Avi Beitler said. There was such a sincerity. The person was studying Torah. I'm not saying they should mock tzaddikim, and they got mussar for it. But they were zeicha. They took the Torah so seriously. I remember a guy in yeshiva was very, very upset that Noach couldn't convince anybody to go on the teva. He used to be so mad about it that used to upset him that Noach. It's such a sincerity. People learn Torah with such sincerity. Now, I'm not saying he should have made fun of Light's daughters. He was punished. And don't make fun of tzaddikim or tzidkaniyos or any Yid. And I want to talk about that. But I want to say that it's pasha to me, this Yid was zeicha to a gilui of a beautiful pshat. Why they came to him in a dream. He was zeich to such giluyim, such as because there was a sincerity to a Yid. A Yid learned Chumash and took it seriously. I'll tell you something funny, Chaver. Tell you something interesting. In old shuls, there was big fights over aliyahs. He got shlishi. What man? People got. I'm saying I know a Yid who was beaten unconscious over an aliyah fight. Was beaten unconscious. Now, I want to say, we could say proudly by us, we don't care. It's tragic, we don't care. I'm not saying there should be fights. I'm not condoning the fights. You know what a big deal it is to get an aliyah? You know, people were happy. A person got an aliyah, it's a big thing. They were called to read the Torah. Called up for an aliyah to read the Torah. It's a big deal. This morning I was davening for my tata. I was in a certain field. I was very serious. Who got psicha? I was looking, and I wanted to give a kavod. I was mechabed friends to open up the urn. It's a big deal. You're opening up the urn. The urn kodesh is open as an Eis Ratzon. It's a time of tefillah. And who gets to open up the urn? It's a big deal. These are big deals, the kibbudim. I'm not promoting fighting it. I'm saying that the fights had a shirish that people cared about the aliyah. It's a big deal. Who got the aliyah? It's interesting. Back in the day, Mardcha, Rabbi Kaufman Shlita on Simchas Torah would make like very dramatic who's getting the aliyahs. And it was interesting. A certain type of guy in yeshiva was very like into the hack. And certain type of guys were very like a shrug, who cares? And I was very moved by the people who who got the aliyah. It's a big deal. Yidden always bid big time for aliyahs. They bid, they bargain, it's a big thing. You see in shuls, they do different aftayras, different aliyahs. It goes up for bidding. Yidden were always excited. Who gets the aliyah? Now, I'm not promoting the fight. I am promoting the care. So I want to say on this Yid, I'm not promoting that he made fun of two great people. Of Light's daughters were big people, tzidkaniyos. The Gemara says they were l'shem shamayim. They had heavenly thoughts. But I am impressed that the Yid took Torah seriously. And the Yid had a kasha. Now, he shouldn't have been making fun. He should have. Avi would say, I have a kasha. Why did he do it? The kasha is nothing wrong. Vaistais, he mocked. He went over. You have to be very careful how you speak. By the way, we learn Torah. A guy hears the words of the Rashba. I like when somebody's like, "Had the Rashba say that?" But you're not. But be careful. It's the Rashba. There's this delicate balance when you learn. But it's Pashut. Yidden always took it seriously. The Rashba says. We just had today. We were studying a rush this morning, a difficult rush. But you have to be very careful. But on the other hand, it's like, it was frustrating. What's he talking about? What's happening here? It's a shvera rush. But it's also with tremendous delicate balance. It's the rush. It's the Helga rush. Yidden always knew this boundary. By the way, I want to say something like this. Right. Did you ever have a chavrusa that screams at you, yells at you a lot?
Yes.
And a lot of times, I want to say, Revezi and I have belted it out. I want to say sometimes it's the least respectful. People don't yell at you. Because they laugh. Cute. Yelling is often a big sign of respect. I mean this sincerely. You yell at somebody, their words matter to you. The chavrusu gets, even in opinions, by the way. I have seen times 3 people are sitting, a guy says an opinion, 2 people laugh and one starts screaming and yelling. Often the one who's screaming and yelling is the most respectful. Because he actually took what you said seriously. So he might scream back, but it means it mattered to me. It registered what you said. It mattered what you said. So in a very superficial, I'm not saying to scream at somebody. In a superficial thing, you say, oh, they're so nice, they don't scream. They're not nice. They don't value what he said. That guy actually, it makes a reishim. He cares. I learned together with a Rebbe figure of mine. I learned b'chavrusa. People would come ask us things. He would get very into, even upset at them. And I'm like, who cares? They're making a mistake. His upset at them was because he took them very seriously. So he would get mad, mattered what they said. Rev Ezi Shlita pointed out the Lubavitcher Rebbe was very stern with people. A Meshugana would come and say something outlandish to him. We would smile, laugh. The Rebbe told the guy off, gave him musser. And if you're superficial, you would say, whoa, he's being mean. This is the lover of Yidden. I promise it was the deepest love of Yidden. Yitzhak Av, you know what I'm saying? People would come to the Rebbe, and you could watch videos of this. They would say things, and he would be stern with them. And the sternness was his love of Yidden, because he took people seriously. It's remarkable. He took people incredibly seriously. So if people are just a joke, you just chuckle and you're right. And you could see a Yid's words to him were crazy serious, to the point that people would say, a missionary, a Yid who was out of his mind came to try to convince the Rebbe. You watch the video, the Rebbe speaks to him very measured, a Yid's words big. He the Rebbe completely.
Write down. I need to see it in writing. If you write a tshuva, explain to me why what you're saying makes sense. I'll think about it.
The Rebbe the Rebbe gave people.
Get out of here, you fat dog. So write it over.
you could see that he respected Yidden to the end of the world. It actually comes out as tougher. I've seen this. It's not a fake niceness to people. If you're fake nice to people, so you smile and if you're like more, if there's an authentic like of people, it's like actually a frustration. What are you saying? And I want to say from this Yid that it was an authentic expression of learning that he was so mad. Now he should not, I suspect, why was he Zeichen? Now you have to still be careful. I'm not saying therefore you have a right. I'm not promoting therefore to make fun. By the way, in learning, when you respectfully value somebody, you get more mad. The more I like a chavrusa, the madder I get what they like. You get into arguments, you get upset because their words like makes a big rush. So you're angry what they said. If you don't care the person, you don't get mad. This is like dvarim pshutim.
I never do.
Yeah, of course. The more you respect somebody, their word makes a rishim, the angrier you get. The more you don't respect. Now, I'm not promoting getting angry. Have you idea what I'm saying? So I want to say that first point on this Yid, that you see how a Yid learns Torah with such seriousness. Now, again, the second thing I want to say, if without Avi's ha'ara, but Avi's word makes a big rishim by me, so that's, I wanted to say, and you're right. The second thing I want to say is b'schus refuah shleima to my father. I want to say this story that judged Yidden favorably. Here he had a big kasha. My father is somebody who sees good in Yidden. He likes Yidden a lot. He sees good in Yidden. He's a person who respects Yidden. That's something all the years of my life. I saw my father's Talmud Chacham. He could look down. There's a Gemara in the Dharam that I learned with my father that Talmid Chacham's kids often go off the derech. The Gemara says in an improportionate amount. That Talmid Chacham's kids aren't Talmid Chachamim. And the Gemara asks why. And one reason is because they call people Chamayrim. The danger always of steiging, and if you steig wrong, you could look down on others. It's a big sign that you haven't been kaina Torah. You're not kaina madregas, you're looking down at others. And my father, I saw as a person who didn't call people chamarim. It gives me hope. I want to be a Talmud Chacham one day. And it gives me hope that my father doesn't call people chamarim. He doesn't look down. My wife married into the family. My wife married in the family. It's one of the first things she noticed is that my father speaks very highly of people around him, but he holds and he talks and he sees milus. He has very good eyesight. He's nishtaimim from people, not judging, not looking down at anybody. He has good einayim, and I want to say on this story that here she made fun of this Yid, made fun of Light's daughters, and their cheshbon was very shemayimdik. He mocked, what do you name such a crazy name? And they had big cheshbonis. Wow. I just want to say on the story, it's on our parasha, I want to say to give people the benefit of the doubt. You don't understand, fine, you don't understand. Give people, but tzedek tishber amisecha. Judge people favorably, you don't know. You don't know somebody's story, you don't know. Judge people. Here, they named a funny name, and it's easy to mock and knock, and they had they had Heilge Machshavos. They had very big cheshbainis in naming such a name. Cheka?
Pregnant for 9 months, they didn't leave the cave.
What?
Pregnant for 9 months, they never left the cave.
I don't know, where they lived, there weren't people. When you say cave, he purposely moved to a place that people weren't there. They didn't see people.
I thought it said they hid out in the cave.
That area, I guess that whole year they stayed at Pella. Amazing. Cheka says from the time they never knew.
If they left the cave and found out there was other people, they could have
once they had children, they were out there. But where did the child come from? People will be asking where the child.
No, but he means the whole.
We moved from a different town. Like if they moved back to civilization.
You heard the story?
Before the 9 months, they
Interesting
would say,
story.
"Oh, my house is password."
No, so clearly it was no. So clearly it was no. Where they clearly was clear. I always understood like there must have been some situation where there's nowhere else the child came from. Like they were stuck enough, long enough. So may have.
Then you have to say that they also did the Hashtag was to look before being with their father, and they also had to look out for other people first.
Interesting. You have the story? Read the story. Rav Ezi has it inside. Let's read it to the Chaver. You read it. You have it. You're the Baal, the Yard Side. You read the story.
not her yard sign.
Okay, read it anyway.
Or maybe it is.
Maybe it is.
It's Chilas Chayrev Tafresh Tebeis. I have to like translate and stuff.
Tchilas Chayrif, maybe it is the yard side. Who knows?
Beginning of the winter.
Everybody's listening. Shemshi is reading the exact story. Why should we have it?
Because we just said it better than
Read it exact.
the beginning of the winter of 1921. Tafresh Tebeis. A dude among the Balabatim in Luban fell ill, Nafal Mishkav. He had a very strange illness. His tongue swelled in his mouth. How do you like that? And when he became very sick, so they came to visit him, the dude asked, everybody leave. And he told to his Rav, the reason why he told Rav Moshe as follows, that week was Parshas Vayera, and he was very bothered. How did the Bnei Yisrael Mashiach? The Mashiach came from them. So they're people that are bar, like Rebbe's saying with the Rebbe, he took them very seriously. So Belayla, that night, he saw in a dream, their faces and heads were covered, and they said they're nice light, and they said that we heard what you're taina, and we came from the Olam Emes to answer you. They said, we could have named one since we were so lofty and we were holy people. They could have hid it. They could have hid what they did. They could have said, it was a nice. They could have claimed something like Christianity. Woo! Doesn't say woo here. Right? They did it to show whenever a woman is pregnant, there's a father, there's a human father. Isn't
that amazing? They named Mayav, which is embarrassing to them. Think what they did. It's an embarrassing name for them and their families, a disgrace. And they purposely embarrassed themselves to announce to the world that if there's a kid in the world, there's a father and a mother. Don't make up false avodah zarah. And they wanted the world to know emes. They disgraced themselves for kavod Hashem.
Wow.
They embarrassed themselves. Mashiach came from here, from two girls that were willing to embarrass themselves for kvod shamayim. Beautiful. Here they felt it was necessary. I was like, amazing. Amazing story. Thank you. That's good. Perfect. Thank you, Rav Ezi Shlita. Thank you. I think he's going to read the same. Okay. I want to